Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here. Welcome to my review for BoonBoomger episode 26. So this was the start of our third lap, or third arc, and it's a bit of an odd duck, just because it is very clearly the start of something, but it's also one of those weird, sort of half clip show episodes. Like, it's not a full clip show where you get all the characters in a room to reminisce about the series overall. The best clip show of all time obviously being Community, in which the clip show is things we haven't seen ever before, which was great. But anyway, it just has this structure of the inspector reporting to her boss at the ISB, the ISA, I'm sorry, I've been rewatching Andor, ISA, and she just kind of talks about the characters overall, which is kind of funny because when you think about it, the plot's pretty thin so far. You know, we basically just have the core conflict and then the race. So a lot of it revolves around giving profiles on the characters and talking about them, which kind of just fills you in on the series. I guess it kind of makes it for like a good stepping on point. If for whatever reason you wanted to start with this episode, I feel like I'm a little bit less harsh on clip show-esque things since I caught up on Revice last year when I needed a little bit of a refresher, and I noticed that 2 episodes before where I left off was a clip show. So I rewatched that, and it was actually really helpful in jogging my memory about things. But anyway, you just have a little bit of that structure of her going over the characters, and its purpose is to kind of, I guess, catch you up or remember it. To remind you of things, and then also it does a little bit of foreshadowing about Gemba's shady background, because he's going to be some sort of focus, as we can kind of see from this episode, and also from the poster where he gets a big focus. So, like, it wasn't a terrible episode, it was just kind of okay. Like, generally, it was this clip show structure with a little bit of a fillery premise and some stage setting. It made for just kind of a okay watch. Like, I don't have a lot negative to say about it. Like, I usually do the negatives last, but the only real negative I have is it is a little bit strange to start the big arc off on a clip show, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense, because it kind of fills you in and sets the stage for things. As far as the positives, it was kind of nice to see a little bit stuff with the villains get some momentum, like you have Team Rocket kind of getting a fire lit under them as they remember this time with Mad Rex on their planet, and it kind of, you know, sets up him to come back, which I'm really excited he's coming back. Not really excited, let's calm down, Dust. I'm looking forward to it, because he's probably my favorite villain of the series, but it does another little flashback showing he kind of picked them up when they were at their lowest. And then, of course, at the end, we get the introduction of our new villain, so that was kind of nice to get some momentum on that front. We get a little bit of mystery building with this episode's structure revolves a little bit around another delivery for Taya's friend, and then it shows us that he works with the ISA, which was interesting, so you have a little bit of connection there. There was some funny bits with the clip show structure where the inspector is like gushing over Boondario, and then of course she actually uses the toy from like our world to showcase how the mecha works, which was just fun. I think the last time I remember doing that, I didn't do it, but I mean them doing it, was Kara Major. Maybe they did it in Down Brothers or Zenkaiger, or I don't think they ever did it in King Oger, but I remember there was an episode where the bots, like the toy bots, were, why am I calling them toy bots? What is wrong with me today? Where the mecha toys were used in Kara Major, so that was a good little bit of fun. Also, they recycled the toilet monster this week, I'm going to presume for budgetary reasons, and there were some funny bits with the fact that, you know, it was kind of a truth-telling toilet serum thing. There's no such thing as truth serum, that's just nonsense from TV. This is the work of gypsies. Just doing random Ant-Man quotes now. But I got the van. What was it talking about? Oh yes, truth toilets. But this monster doesn't have that ability, so it all becomes like psychological thinking that they're gonna have that, which was kind of funny. Probably the best part of the episode though, because like everything else was very generic and fine. You know, it was a lot of stage setting, a lot of recapping. It was like, it wasn't terrible, it was just like, yeah, this is alright. I guess we're, you know, heading into something new. The best part of the episode though is definitely the end, because they complete the delivery, and then you have the new villain showing up, and I forgot his name. I knew it when I talked about the poster, but I forgot his name. It's like, it's not Grimace, is it? That's a shake. Anyway, Grim something. Is it? The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. So the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, it has the delivery. He has a kind of a big, like, epic entrance, and then Gemba clearly knows him and charges at him with the axe, and, like, that's the cliffhanger. So I do like the things we're setting up here. I talked about in the video where I discussed the third lap in the poster that I hope this last stretch is kind of a good mix of, you know, standalone fun episodes, but a little bit more plot engagement. You know, I don't expect the series, I mean, who knows, maybe it will, but I don't expect the series to become serialized from here on out, but I think it would be nice to have a little bit of a mix. I think they set up some good intrigue with the ISA and their connections with the villains. What are they called? The gasoline villain? What are the villains called? Anyway, I forget names all the time, but anyway, they're setting up the connection between him and Cannonborg last week, setting up some mystery with them this week, bringing in a new villain, this new Gemba arc, which is unexpected, and I think there's some interesting stuff set up. I just hope it's a good mix. Like I said, I don't expect it to be serialized, but it would be nice to have a nice little mix of actually engaging me with it a little bit. Like, so when we're having the filler plots, maybe there's even some stuff running in the background. But yeah, this was an okay, weird, half-point filler episode, but I am legitimately looking forward to seeing what's next, as next week looks pretty good. I also have a last note, which I just think is funny to have this pretty dramatic moment at the very end, and then Gemba, and you have this huge cliffhanger, and then it immediately smash cuts to the obnoxious ending theme. I just found that to be hilarious. But anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell to get notifications for my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.